Hello, America. This is Call of Duty Goddess. Today is September the 17th, 2016. I'd like to do an update on the pipeline leak that's the state of emergency was called in Alabama and Georgia. Turns out Tennessee has also declared a state of emergency. So let's see if we can find out some more information to add to the video I did on this yesterday. So again, we have the Alabama Governor Robert Bentley, Tennessee Governor Bill Haslam, and Georgia Governor Nathan Deal declared states of emergency. Now let's find out a little bit more about this pipeline. The Colonial Pipeline, which runs from Houston to New York, began leaking on September 9th, spilling 250,000 gallons of gasoline, or 6,000 barrels. The pipeline was built in 1962, and the current leak in Helena, Alabama, is the largest one Colonial Pipeline has experienced in 20 years. It's also been reported that Colonial Pipeline's company spokesperson, Bill Berry, said it could still be leaking. According to Bill Berry, the leaking pipeline was shut down last Friday after the leak was discovered, but Berry said there may be additional gas still inside the pipeline. The leaking section of the pipeline hasn't been evacuated yet due to safety precautions, so Berry said the condition of the pipeline and cause of the leak is still unknown. It's important to note that hundreds of employees and contract workers face health risks from inhaling vapor as they work overtime to clean up the spill, which the company says is contained into a mining retention pond. The leak was discovered at the inactive mine site by employees of the Alabama Surface Mining Commission. And what I find odd is the governors of Georgia, Tennessee, and Alabama have declared states of emergency not due to environmental concerns, but over the gas shortage that will result from the break. To me, that's very troubling. After Colonial Pipeline announced Thursday there would be a delay in restarting the pipeline because work activity was intermittent overnight due to unfavorable weather conditions that caused gasoline vapors to settle over the site, the price of gasoline futures rose 6%, even as crude futures prices tumbled. The major pipeline, one pipe of which has been severed, provides gasoline for an estimated 50 million people on the East Coast each day, according to company estimates. The cause of the leak has yet to be determined, according to the company's most recent statement. The pipeline's operator has said full service will not be restored until at least next week. The closure has set off an industry-wide scramble as suppliers seek alternative ways to transport gasoline to the East Coast. According to reports, the leak will likely start affecting drivers in the nearby states of Georgia, Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina within a matter of hours and may spread in coming days. Now, I did have a person, I believe it was from Georgia, comment on one of these videos I did saying that gas stations are shutting down, and there is in fact a shortage in Georgia. Colonial Pipeline, which transports some 40% of the gas along I-95 corridor, says at least 250,000 gallons of gasoline have already been lost. Senior petroleum analyst Patrick Dehan warned that some stations may run out as primary gasoline transportation shipping routes along the East Coast have been temporarily closed. Not every station will be able to get the gasoline it needs, he said. You're going to see some places without gasoline, he said. It's like a mini hurricane. The pipeline operator said that based on its current projections, parts of Georgia, Alabama, Tennessee, North Carolina, and South Carolina will be the first markets to suffer potential supply disruptions. And sure enough, the price of East Coast gasoline is soaring relative to the slide in West Coast. 4-month highs for East Coast versus 1-month lows for West Coast. on this chart. Gas prices typically fall at this time of year. Thursday was the day that stations in most of the country could start using the cheaper winter blend of gasoline rather than the summer blend, which is formulated to combat smog. But East Coast gas prices are spiking already. The massive pipeline leak in Alabama is threatening widespread gas shortages and significant price hikes on the east coast of the United States. Though the leak reportedly poses no danger to the public, wink, wink, officials say it stands to affect drivers all along the I-95 corridor from Florida to Maine. If you live in any of the aforementioned states, then you may want to head to your local gas station and fill up the tanks. Though any shortages will be temporary, not being able to get gas for several days or a week could prove troublesome to the 50 million residents served by the Colonial Pipeline. The shortage may also impact grocery store deliveries. So if you have essential items you absolutely must have, it may be a good idea to pick those up before trucks stop delivering. The declared states of emergency highlight the fragility of just-in-time delivery systems that include critical goods like gasoline, food, and medicine. As we previously noted, even a small emergency could wreak havoc on a local, state, or nationwide basis with immediate and catastrophic consequences for the populace. Mansfield Oil, a fuel distributor, has warned its customers to take fuel savings measures and to place their orders early. The company said the supply of gasoline is currently very thin along the closed pipeline, and that it was trucking in supplies from the coast to meet demand. The company said it was treating the situation with the same importance and urgency as a natural disaster. And there's your update. This is Call of Duty Goddess signing off, and as always, I'll leave the link below, and I've got your 6.